Prophet Lot, was born and raised by his uncle Prophet Ibrahim, may peace be upon him. Prophet Lot loved, respected and believed in Ibrahim's message even when everyone ridiculed him. Ibrahim, together with Lot, often traveled far, across land and sea, trying to invite and spread man to the fold of Islam. During Ibrahim's and Lot's migration to Palestine, they received the divine decree of Allah that Lot had been chosen as a prophet and messenger for the people of Sodom. Allah instructed the new prophet to travel to the city of Sodom, located on the border of Jordan and Palestine, and summon the transgressors back to the worship of Allah. Sodom was a thriving city that was visited by many travelers, merchants and businessmen for trade. However, Sodom was also the most corrupt city with the highest criminal activity during that time. Travelers passing Sodom were often waylaid and robbed of their belongings, and sometimes were mercilessly murdered. But, the most notorious act of evil that was committed by this corrupt nation was homosexuality. Homosexuality was introduced into the world by the people of Lot. None in the history of mankind had ever experienced or practiced homosexuality before Sodom. This shameful practice was the norm amongst this nation, and the entire population engaged in it. They were immensely proud of their conduct, spoke openly about it, and engaged in these immoral behaviors out in the open. Pleased with the prophethood and his new mission, Prophet Lot soon settled in Sodom and began to devise ways to bring his people into the fold of Islam. He was well aware that his nation was the most corrupt nation of that time, but he held firm faith and hoped and prayed that they would soon see the error of their ways and enter into the path of Allah. Soon Prophet Lot approached the men of the city and reminded him of their Lord. Will you not fear Allah and obey him? Verily, I am a trustworthy messenger to you. So fear Allah, keep your duty to him, and obey me. Puzzled, the men of the city began discussing amongst themselves, this man has entered our city, and is telling us to cease what we are doing. Clearly, he is gaining something out of this. Prophet Lot replied, no reward do I ask of you for it. My reward is only from the Lord of the worlds. Prophet Lot then broached the matter of homosexuality and informed them that it was indeed an immoral practice. He said, do you approach males among the worlds, and leave those whom your Lord has created for you as your wives? Nay, you are a people of transgressing. Prophet Lot then informed his people that he would never agree to be a part of this such a practice, and warned them of a severe punishment from Allah. He said, I am indeed, of those who disapprove with severe anger and fury your action, of sodomy. The men and women of Sodom became very angry at Lot's speech. They began to discuss amongst each other, planning to drive Lot away from their city. They then warned Prophet Lot, if you cease not, O Lot, verily, you will be one of those who are driven out. Prophet Lot became distressed. After years and years of inviting people to Islam, not one person in Sodom had entered the fold of Islam. The only Muslim household in Sodom was Lot's house, and not all its occupants were Muslims. Lot and his daughters were steadfast in their religion, but his wife continued to be among the non-believers. So Prophet Lot raised his hands to the heavens and prayed, my Lord, support me against the corrupting people. My Lord, save me and my family from what they do. Meanwhile, Allah sent 3 angels, including Angel Jibril, disguised as men to Prophet Ibrahim's house as guests. Ibrahim, who failed to recognize the angels, prepared a grand feast for his guests. But his guests refused the meals offered to them. Prophet Ibrahim became fearful. He asked, who are you? The angels replied, do not be afraid. We are the angels of Allah. We have been sent to the people of Lot, and we have been sent to give you glad tidings of a son possessing much knowledge and wisdom. Prophet Ibrahim knew that Allah's punishment for the people of Sodom was near. He immediately feared for his nephew, Lot. He said to the angels, indeed, within it is Lot. The angels replied, we are more knowing of who is within it. They reassured Ibrahim that Lot will be saved. The angels then proceeded towards Sodom disguised as handsome young men. The daughter of Lot, a believer, witnessed the handsome men entering the city and frantically ran to her father and informed him of the 3 men. Prophet Lot approached the men and welcomed them to city of Sodom. He knew too well of the fate that would befall the young men at the hands of the men of Sodom, so he intended to convince the men to leave the city for their own safety. But Prophet Lot was too embarrassed to ask the guests to leave, so he guided the guests to his home, ensuring that none saw the 3 handsome men. Lot's wife, a non-believer, saw the men as they entered her house, together with her husband, Lot. She hurried to the men of the city and informed them that Lot had 3 attractive, young men in his house. The men rejoiced at the news and slowly gathered outside the house of Lot and began pounding on his door. Lot shouted, "Do not disgrace me concerning my guests. Is there not among you a man of reason?" Growing restless, the men shouted back, "Have we not forbidden you from hosting people?" The whole nation of Sodom had now gathered at Lot's doorstep. They grew impatient by the minute and began breaking down his door. Feeling agitated, Lot called out to his people, "These, the girls of the nation, are my daughters, to marry lawfully, if you must act so." The men responded, "You have already known that we have no interest in your daughters, and indeed, you know what we want." Prophet Lot became helpless against the corrupt people. "If only I had against you some power or could take refuge in a strong power," he thought. The three men then spoke up, "O Lot, indeed we are angels of your Lord. Therefore, they will never reach you." Angel Jibril then stepped out of Lot's house and struck the men, causing all men to lose their eyesight. Shocked and enraged, the men shouted, "What's this magic that just hit us? Where did this come from? O Lot, you are the one behind this. You will see what we will do to you tomorrow." The blind men then returned to their homes, plotting to destroy Lot the following day. Allah commanded Lot, "Set out with your family during a portion of the night and let not any among you look back, except your wife. Indeed she will be struck by that which strikes them. Indeed, their appointment is for the morning. Is not the morning near?" As instructed, Prophet Lot, together with his daughters, left Sodom during the night. As the morning dawned, a loud, piercing cry ensued through the city that shook the occupants with great pain and fear. Jibril then grabbed the nation from the edge of his wing, raised them high up, twisted the land, and crashed it to the ground. Allah then caused the skies to rain down stones of hard clay, each stone inscribed with the name of a transgressor for whom it was intended for, ending the vain lives of the occupants of Sodom. Prophet Lot, who left Sodom with his daughters, returned to his uncle, Prophet Ibrahim. Together with Ibrahim, Lot continued to spread the message of Allah till his death. Today, the Dead Sea lies at the site of the corrupt city of Sodom, and remains as a powerful reminder of Allah's wrath against the people of Prophet Lot. Allah the Exalted says in the Holy Quran, "Surely, in this are signs for those who see. And verily, they, the cities, are right on the high road, from Mecca to Syria, i.e. the place where the Dead Sea is now. Surely, therein is indeed a sign for the believers."